Good morning. I'm Andy Kahn, Director of Victim Services for Crime Stoppers of Houston. We are here today to ask for the public's help in providing information leading up to the arrest of the suspect and/or suspects responsible for the horrific murder of 14-year-old Erica Garcia, June 7th, 1997. That's over 28 years ago. Erica was brutally beaten. She was sexually assaulted, and it's believed her own clothing was used to kill her. Crime Stoppers may pay up to a $5,000 reward, so I'm giving you up to 5,000 good reasons to provide any information leading up to the arrest of the suspect or suspects responsible for the murders of Eric. We're asking you to call us, 713-222-TIPS, submit a tip online, www.crime-stoppers.org. We have a mobile app available in over 20 languages. Joining us here today, members from HPD's Homicide Division, Detective Ramon Cervantes, members of our Crime Stoppers Law Enforcement Detail, and of course, family members of Erica, her mother, Margarita, and her aunt, Brenda. And I'm going to ask Homicide Detective Cervantes to come up here, kind of brief everything, what's going on.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Detective Ramon Cervantes, currently assigned to the HPD Homicide Code Case Unit. And as Mr. Khan made reference to, this case is over 28 years. It happened in 1997. And as he mentioned, we would hope that those 5,000 reasons would reach out to someone who today is listening to me, hearing me, asking you to come forward with information regarding the murder of 14-year-old Erica Garcia. On Friday, the day before this took place, Erica was taken to a teen club back then in 1997, which was often done with a friend. Ultimately, it led to a different club at the intersection of Boone Road and Bel Air Boulevard. That is the last place that we know that we can find, as far as a timeline, that anybody saw her alive. The next we came to know is her body being recovered at what was then the old Alief General Hospital, located at 11,101 Bel Air Boulevard. The hospital at that time was closed and abandoned, and is there inside the main building there where her body was recovered. Now, there had been security there watching the abandoned structure. They were interviewed. Back then, nothing came about as a result of that. Their stories did pan out. Recalling what one of their statements was that it had rained a lot that night. Now, how much, I don't know, because I came in again after being in the code case. But nonetheless, that is where Erica came to be found, at that abandoned hospital. From everything that I have read about Erica, having talked to her mom, Margarita, and her aunt, Brenda, Erica was a fighter in the sense that it would have been hard for me even to believe that she would have been able to have been forcefully taken there one-on-one. This is why I do believe that it may have been more than one or two males to have been able to overpower her and get her, or whatever they did to her, to get her to that abandoned building. And then, as Mr. Khan alluded to, the incomprehensible act took place. So once again, this case remains open, and we are asking for the public. I know for a fact that there are people out there that, according to this report, are now anywhere between 40 and 50 years old, and it's high time for those that knew Erica to come forward and provide us with the piece of the puzzle, as I often refer to help us solve this murder. It's high time that you come forward. You're 40 or upwards of 50 years old now. You may have moved on with your life, but Erica did not have that opportunity to do so. So it's high time that the person that holds that piece of the puzzle come forward, that was there at that one club at the corner of Boone and Bel Air, was there with her. We have talked to several people, okay? But there's the one that knows a little bit more about what actually took place. So, thank you very much for being here with us. And of course, after Ms. Garcia speaks, I will answer any questions that you might have specific to this particular case.
Did you want to say anything or introduce yourself? Yeah, please. Yeah.
Thank you. My name is Derek Spear, and I'm a retired Houston police officer. And I was assigned to Sharpstown Middle School at the time of Erica's death. I spoke a lot with Erica, and I'm going to kind of tag team on these other comments about the folks that are 40 and 50 that know something. They probably have children that were Erica's age. And just put yourself into Margarita's position, how she feels if that had been your kid. So definitely make the phone call. I love the 5,000 reasons, because this does need to end. We need closure.
Good morning. My name is Margarita Garcia. I am the mother of Erica Ann Garcia. Erica was only 14 years old when her life was taken from us in the most brutal and heartbreaking way. And for nearly 3 decades, our family has lived with the unbearable pain, unanswered questions, and the weight of knowing someone out there knows something and who did it. We are asking from the deepest part of our hearts for anyone who knows anything in the smallest information to come forward. If you have heard something, if you remember someone talking or acting differently around that time, or if you carried the secret out of fear or loyalty, now's the time to speak. Erica was a daughter, a sister, a friend, and a beautiful soul that deserved to live out her life. We cannot change what happened, but we can bring her justice that she deserves. Whoever did this needs to be held accountable. We've waited 28 years for answers. Please help us bring peace to Erica's memory and justice for her name. Thank you.
Once again, we're asking for the public's help. And let's be real. Somebody out there knows what happened to Erica. And it's time for you to get a lightning bolt of conscience and step up to the plate and do the right thing. You've been carrying this burden now for over 28 years. Reaching out to Crime Stoppers anonymously, you can unburden what you've been carrying for over a quarter of a century. It's been 28 years and no answers. Grief is intensified when justice is lacking. It's been over 28 years and still justice is lacking for Erica and her family. It's time, and it's way overdue, to give them a semblance of closure and justice and give them the answers they so sorely need. And to the suspect and suspects that are currently wanted for this cold-blooded murder, we are going to find you. We are never going to give up. And when we do, we're going to make sure that you don't breathe free air again for a long, long time. So once again, 3 ways you can reach out and help this family. 713-222-TIPS. Online, www.crime-stoppers.org. Mobile app in over 20 languages. Erica is 14 years old, a child. Our children deserve better. Our children deserve answers. And anybody that can do this to a child doesn't deserve to be walking amongst us, living free. So that person out there that knows, come on. Look at the family. Look at Erica. Do the right thing. Contact us. Do you want to do Spanish or? Okay.
Buenos días, yo soy el detective Cervantes con el Departamento de Policía, División de los Crímenes Fríos. Estamos aquí hoy porque queremos hablar del asesinato de Erica Garcia, una niña de 14 años. En esta fecha, en 1997, Erica y una amiga fueron a un teen club en esos años, como les decían. De ahí llegaron a otro club entre las calles Boone Road y Bel Air Boulevard. Ahí es el último lugar donde sabemos que Erica todavía estaba viva. De ahí, en el mismo calle de Bel Air Boulevard, estaba un hospital que ya estaba cerrado, que se llamaba el Alief General Hospital. Y ahí, en ese edificio de ese hospital que ya estaba cerrado, es donde encontramos el cuerpo de Erica Garcia. Estamos aquí hoy porque quiero pedir al público y todos que quizás saben algo, tienen un pedacito de este rompecabezas que nosotros necesitamos. Hemos hablado con mucha gente y no voy a decir el nombre de ese grupo, pero yo creo que más o menos saben de qué estoy hablando, porque yo no quiero darles nada, pero ellos saben y quizás tienen ese pedacito de rompecabezas que nosotros necesitamos para dar una solución y podamos agarrar a los sospechosos que eran o son responsables de este crimen.
This time we'll open it up for any questions.
Did you ever have a suspect at all?
Not a suspect by name. There's several of them, like I said, the group, if you will, and as I said right now in Spanish, I don't want to give them any props that were there, that we have identified. There's others who, quite frankly, are cowards, who have not wanted to come forward. And again, I mention again, these men, and I use that term lightly, are anywhere between 40 and 50 years old, okay? And as a girl dad, I too get very angry at what has occurred with this, okay? But so not a named suspect, but we do have persons of interest, if you will. Sí, yo soy un papá, muchachas, so me da mucho coraje en saber que la pregunta era si teníamos sospechosos nombrados. No tenemos un nombrado. Estos miembros de ese grupo, hay varios, Pero en mi opinión, como papá de muchachas, son cobardes. Ya tienen 40, entre 40 y 50 años. Ya es tiempo que ellos se presentan y nos dan ese pedacito de rompecabezas que necesitamos. Hay muchos, unos pocos personas de interés que nosotros sabemos.
Were you able to count on DNA evidence in this case?
That is something that the entire world likes, the DNA. And to answer your question, yes, and that's what we're going to approach. But it has to be done very carefully. When we speak about DNA, we have to understand that if I just simply touch this blouse, that's all that's there. So we have to be very careful with this type of touch DNA, that when we utilize it, that we don't expend it, because then we don't have anything else to go on. So yes, to answer your question.
In that case, so you had done a story with y'all a couple of years ago. At the time, y'all had mentioned that you were trying to do some new interviews with people. Did anything come of those interviews in particular?
We have. We've traveled to New Orleans, all over Houston, and as I say, and I'm not going to hold back, you have individuals who, and they know who I'm talking about. They will know who I'm talking about when they see me, that are cowards. They're cowards. Because they were there with Erica at that last club that they were at. And they've all moved on. They've all moved on. But for some reason or another, they don't want to come forward with that one piece that I keep referring back to of this puzzle. But they're cowards. They're cowards.
Detective, esas personas a las que se refiere usted son personas que vivieron o participaron en el crimen como tal.
Bueno, no participaron, dispense, pero que nosotros sabemos que estaban ahí en ese mismo club con Erica, que la vieron ahí. Okay. Okay. So again, participating and involved, I want to stop short of that. Okay. What I'm saying, and I repeat, that we're at that last club, and having spoken to them, have said, some of them, not all of them, that were present while Erica was there as well. And that is the last place at that particular club at the intersection of Boone and Bel Air that we know that Erica was there and alive.
Detective, para quienes no saben, un teen club, ¿qué es un teen club? ¿Cómo lo puede escribir from back in the day?
Okay. En ese tiempo, estos teen clubs que teníamos aquí en la ciudad, los teenagers de 14, 15 años podían ir a estos lugares donde tocaban música, podían bailar, no vendían cerveza, nada así. Pero muchos iban a esos mentados teen clubs. Y ese es el teen club donde Erica y una amiga fueron antes que todo esto pasó. No pasó de ese lugar. De ese teen club, si fueron a otro. Ese es el que estoy mencionando, que estaba entre el calle Boone Road y Bel Air. Yes, sir.
Is there a connection between the locale of said teen club and A-Leaf General Hospital? Are they close to each other? Was there any evidence found that showed that this was a planned event by the perpetrators? And what was the ultimate disposition of A-Leaf General Hospital? Is it gone? Has it been torn down? Has it been repurposed?
Okay, so the first question was the location or the proximity of the teen club and where this took place.
Right.
They're not close by. Now, the second club that I'm referring to, and I believe it was called Bacatu Club, that one was very near. That location, that club was at the corner of Boone and Bel Air. The old A-Leaf General Hospital was pretty much behind it. So if I'm the club here, standing here, the hospital would have been right behind me. Okay, that hospital was closed, abandoned at the time. The building still stood at the time, but today, as we speak, it's land. There's nothing there anymore. Okay, now as far as it being planned, I don't think that it was planned per se. I think it was an opportunity to take advantage of Erica and ultimately lead to this. Yes, sir.
Señor Margarita, ¿quiere decir
Okay.
Gracias.
You'd said at the time that there was some security watching the building there too. Was this building a known problem where there was other criminal activity going on? Just trying to kind of get a better sense of what's
Okay.
going on there. at the
Okay.
time.
So there was security there, but it was security because the building, the hospital itself, had already been closed, abandoned. So they pretty much were watching for people to possibly go and do graffiti, break windows, whatever it may be. So there was security there. The initial detectives did speak to those security guards, and they panned out. I mean, their stories panned out as far as any other incidents taking place. I can say without a doubt, this was the only murder scene of a murder that took place. Now, as far as graffiti, vandalism, and things like that, I'm sure there was, as of any other abandoned structure that we have in the city.
Just talk about, with that evidence being, as mentioned, almost 30 years old, and what does today's technology do to get you closer to finding out what exactly happened?
Well, DNA is forever, okay? And that's what I want to tell those cowards who don't want to come forward, okay? DNA is forever, okay? And we have that, okay? With technology today, it's wonderful. It helps us. It helps us a lot. But we have to be very careful with utilizing the small amount that we do have, that we don't expend it all, then we don't have any more. So we have to have the right lab that's going to be able to help us and do things like that to take this further with the DNA that we do have.
Just one question about the DNA. I believe you mentioned being assaulted, so there will be blood DNA evidence, I'm assuming, that would definitely say this person was there.
Well, we tend to want to hold things close to our chest, okay? And I'm speaking to the suspect as well that's out there. Somebody knows the suspect, okay? He knows what he left there. We also know what he left there.
With said DNA, have you done nationwide check from, DNA files through Washington or other states or what have you? And has this gone potentially international? Even if it said suspects may have gone to Central or South America or if they were from there initially?
So starting from the end back, as far as international, I don't know if it's made it international. As far as a possible suspect fleeing internationally, that's always going to be there as well, okay? As far as the DNA, we have the CODIS, which many of you are familiar with, and of course that's there. However, unless we all in this room have supplied our own DNA to individuals, it's not going to be in any database.
Thanks, guys, appreciate everything. We're good? We can get everybody to just take a roll, yeah. Okay, we're good.